In the following scenario, we'll be going over the 5 elements of negligence, which is duty of care, standard of care, breach in standard care, causation, damages, and foreseeable harm. A student decides to go to the cafeteria for lunch and spots a sign that says $3 cookie. Interested, the student goes up to the cafeteria staff and asks for a singular cookie. Now, this is where the tables would turn. Cafeteria staffs are strictly instructed to follow the food allergy protocols in order for students with food allergy to eat their food safely. This would be the duty of care that the staffs must follow. A reasonable person would have also followed the food protocol and notify the person with a potential food allergy that the food contains an allergenic product. This would be the standard of care. However, in this situation, the cafeteria staff did not follow the protocol, leading to the student with a cookie that contains a food allergy. This would be the breach of standard care. In the student's file, it can be evidently seen that they have a peanut allergy. The student, not knowing the cookie contained peanuts, decides to eat the cookie with no hesitation and will suffer from an allergic reaction, which would be the causation. Unfortunately, the student will end up in the hospital with their life endangered and with hospital bills that needs to be paid. In this case, it would be the damages caused by the failed protocols. Now, in this case, was the harm foreseeable? The answer would be yes. It would be reasonably foreseeable that serving an allergenic food to a student with a known food allergy could severely threaten their lives. Therefore, the cafeteria staff would be liable. However, negligence would not have been found if the cafeteria staff simply followed the food allergy protocols. In this scenario, it could have been done so by simply asking the student if they had any food allergies before handing the cookie to begin with. If the staff had followed these instructions, the breach duty of care would not have been found. The scenario satisfies negligence with the cafeteria staff having a clear duty of care by following basic protocols to ensure safety, along with failing to meet the required standards by ignoring food allergy protocols. Causing direct harm to the student was also noticeable and leading to a life-threatening situation. Harm was also foreseeable due to the fact that the staffs were instructed to follow the food allergy protocols. Therefore, the cafeteria staff's actions would likely be considered as negligence.